We living in some crazy and dangerous times, y'all.
Pascal.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok and on Twitter, The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below. And let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Anyway, we got to get into this story. Listen, we have been dealing with a lot of incidents lately, a lot of dangerous mass tragedies, just tragedies in general. But this week has been weird, y'all. I'm going to say that. This week has been a little bit weird. It's changed. The vibe out here in these streets has changed. Instead of it being mass tragedies, it is tragedies because someone makes a small, innocent, eensy-weensy mistake. Now, we just talked about Ralph Yarl just the other day. This young boy, 16 years old, went to the wrong house where an 84-year-old man unleashed on him. We have been hearing about another story where a 20-year-old girl is riding in a car. And the guy who drove the car pulls into the wrong driveway, and that person jumps out of their house and unloads on that car, taking the life of this young girl. We also have another story of two cheerleaders where one lost her life because of wrong place, wrong time type of situation. And now we have a 6-year-old that was aimed at, and you know I got to use these code words because their basketball, her and her family were outside and their basketball rolled into basically another person's yard to the point where this monster comes out of the house, and unloads on the family. This is the wildest story. And I don't understand why it went from mass tragedies, and now it's turned into this. And it is the wildest thing I have seen in a really, really long time. And we cover a lot of crazy stuff on this show, but this is uncalled for. So you see it right here. North Carolina man and 6-year-old were aimed at after a basketball rolls into the suspect's yard. And by the way, this particular monster is still at large. This person's still kicking rocks out here in these wilderness streets. Just want to let you guys know that, okay? He's somewhere out there in North Carolina, and he is armed, most likely armed, and he is most definitely a dangerous man. He's got history, and we're going to see that in just a minute. But let's get into this article really quick. A manhunt. Yes, I said it. A manhunt, because this man is on the run. A manhunt is underway for a North Carolina man who neighbors say aimed and just aimed at another man and his 6-year-old daughter after a basketball rolled into his yard. Okay? The girl had a bullet fragment in her cheek and was released from the hospital. Her mother, Ashley Hildebrand, told NBC. Now, let me just say this really quick. This young girl still is alive and living and kicking it and is still alive to tell her tale. But can you imagine a 6-year-old enduring this type of experience? It's mind-blowing to me. I just have to say that. But Hildebrand, the mother, she was grazed in the elbow by a bullet. And her husband, okay, the father, is still in the hospital because from what we understand, he was hit multiple times because he was trying to save his daughter, who happened to be hit first in the face, and then he came running trying to save his daughter. And that's why he was hit several times. So my prayers go out to that family. But the wife said, the mother of this daughter, of this little girl, said, it was very scary, she said. My daughter actually got to come home last night. She just had a bullet fragment in her cheek, thank God. Still scary, but my husband, he's still in the hospital. The shooting happened Tuesday outside of a home just south of Gastonia, about 22 miles northwest of Charlotte. Neighbors told the news station that children were playing outside when a basketball rolled into Robert Singletary's yard. A basketball, guys, a basketball. So the police department said it received 911 calls just before 7:45 p.m. Tuesday about a man firing a gun in his neighborhood. They have not said what led up to the actual tragedy, citing an ongoing investigation. So, Haley Martin, 17, told NBC News in a phone call Thursday that Singletary, the gunman, the monster, had been staying at the home for less than a month and would complain about toys and balls being on his property. The teenager, who was outside when the shots rang out, said she believes the shooting was sparked by a ball bouncing into his yard. Now, let me just say this, okay? You got to be kidding me. This is you're living in a neighborhood, and in a neighborhood, you're going to have families and you're going to have kids. And it's understandable that, okay, things, your neighbors can do some things that can be a little bit annoying, but at the same time, we talking about kids, y'all. We talking about kids living their lives. It's just a few toys and balls, going into a yard. Come on. Come on. All right? Be more understanding. Let things roll off the back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This is insane to me, guys. This is absolutely insane. All right? So this teenager continues, it's sad to see little kids scatter, running for their lives. Dag nabbit, absolutely. This is absolutely insane. The neighborhood has always been peaceful and quiet. There are always kids running around. We don't care if the balls get into the yard, because either the kids or the parents will come by and get the toys, and bring the toys back. Another neighbor told WCNC that he saw Singletary come out of the home shooting. This dude came out pulling the trigger. I was hollering at everyone to get down and get inside. Authorities are still searching for Singletary, 24, by the way. So he's still a young man, but he's still a young monster in my book. He's also facing charges of attempted first-degree M, assault with a deadly weapon, with intent to unalive, inflicting serious injury, and possession of a firearm by a felon. So the thing is right now they do not know where this man is, where this monster is. He is still out on the lam. He is still scot-free, kicking rocks. Listen, guys, I got a video for you guys, which I'm going to show you guys here in just a minute, but it still blows my mind that we live in a time where you pull up to the wrong driveway and you're going to get aimed at. A basketball bounces into the wrong yard and somebody unleashes hell and fury at you and yours. That's absolutely mind-blowing to me, and it's a dangerous time that we live in. I wish everybody wasn't so quick to just jumping towards grabbing the gun, shooting first, and asking questions later. This is absolutely insane to me. But let's take a look at this clip. I'm going to be hopping in and out of this, but let's take a listen. Let's rock and roll.
Right now, the man who allegedly shot a little girl is still on the run. Police in North Carolina looking for the 24-year-old who was accused of shooting a 6-year-old girl and her father. Correspondent Kelly Beeson is live. Kelly, this is apparently, it all started when a basketball rolled into the wrong yard.
Yeah, it did, Nicole. And now the man police are looking for is Robert Singletary. Court documents show this is not his first run-in with the law. There is a cash reward for information leading to his arrest. And neighbors say they'll be on edge until he's behind bars.
Kid, he walked through his yard and he said he was going to kill the kid.
6-year-old Kinsley White, her mother and father were shot on Tuesday after children from the neighborhood walked into this man's yard to retrieve a basketball. 24-year-old Robert Singletary was heard yelling at them. Then adults, shortly after, shots rang out.
He just came back out with a gun.
He didn't care who he shot, who he killed. He was out to kill any and everybody.
A bullet.
Listen, let me tell you something. We are living in some crazy, crazy times. This is a family minding their own doggone business, living life, raising children, having fun outside in their yard. It's really messed up to me that you got people out here losing their doggone minds because of a toy, a basketball, whatever. some people really need to relax and move the F on. Okay. This is insane. Let's play a little bit more because there's a part here that I really want you guys to hear. And it has to do with this man's violent past as well. So we're going to continue.
It grazed Ashley Hildebrand's elbow. Her husband was shot multiple times running to their 6-year-old daughter's aid. That 6-year-old Kinsley was shot in the left side of her cheek.
It stuck in her cheek. It didn't go all the way through her mouth. Or
lucky her.
How it lodged the way it did is God was with her.
This isn't Singletary's first run-in with the law.
Here we go.
Gaston County court documents reveal on October 4th, he claimed his girlfriend hit him with her vehicle in a domestic dispute. Then on December 2nd, police arrested Singletary for allegedly hitting the same woman with a sledgehammer.
A sledgehammer. So this man was already a very violent individual. Okay. And of course, you don't know everybody, your neighbors. You don't know every single person in your neighborhood and their past or if they have a record or whatnot. But you already know that this is somebody that is absolutely unhinged and doesn't know how to keep their cool. A sledgehammer, y'all. A sledgehammer. Let's continue.
And holding her against her will. He was later released on bond.
Okay. With a sledgehammer and holding her against her will. I just had to make sure you guys heard that fully. Let's go.
Singletary's now facing several charges, including 4 counts of attempted first-degree murder, 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, and 1 count of being a felon in possession of a firearm.
There is no place in Gaston County for senseless violence. We'll be damn sure to be loud and clear when this case comes to court, and the people of Gaston County will see and hear our commitment to that prosecution once it's in court.
Listen, my heart goes out to this family, but also my prayers go out to finding this man with the quickness, because this is not a person that you want out here in these streets. This is a very, very dangerous man, period, point blank. If he has a history of that kind of thing, sledgehammer and holding somebody against their will like this, and how he just ran out his front door, guns blazing, didn't care that this was a 6-year-old girl. It's a baby, for crying out loud. Didn't care that this was a family just living their life and having a good time bouncing a basketball. This is not somebody that deserves to be out here with other innocent lives. This is a dangerous person, and I hope that they bring him to justice. But again, guys, let me just say, this is very frustrating, and it's wild that we got this new thing going on where it's wrong place, wrong time, and people are losing their lives to gun violence. Now I'm hearing that they're calling it like rage shootings. This is sad, and we don't need a new thing out here. People, stop grabbing your guns. Stop grabbing your weapons. Use your minds. Use your words, okay? We need to be safer out here in these streets instead of taking people's lives. And I'll say this again. Thank God that 6-year-old's okay. But now her dad is in the hospital fighting for his life. She doesn't deserve to not have a dad and lose her dad in this type of fashion. This is terrible, guys. This is absolutely terrible. But my heart goes out to the family, and I hope 5-0 finds this guy with the quickness, because he needs to be brought to justice quickly. He's a dangerous man. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, okay? Don't forget to hit that like button, and most definitely crush that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.